Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Nasus Trend. Today on the channel, I'll be showing you the perfect way to make a 360-degree peplum film. So I'll be showing you two methods and you're going to be the judge at the end of the video. So this is the first one. This is a continuous circle, how we usually cut our 360-degree flares. Okay, so I think this is the pattern most persons know. So I'll be showing you how to take it from this, what we have here, to this other one. So you can see the flare we have here. So this can be used for your peplums, your sleeves, your skirts, wherever you want to fix a flare. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to achieve this in a very simple method. This is going to be the simplest video you have watched on how to make a 360-degree peplum flare. You can see how they are standing. You have like cones standing perfectly well. So I'll be showing you how I achieved this in this tutorial. So if you're yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up, and let's jump right into the tutorial. So for this, I'm going to be using lining fabrics. So I have this orange I'll be using for one and the peach I'll be using for the other one. And I'm going to use crinoline so that we get a better understanding and see the outcome by the time we finish. So now I'm going to explain to you what we're going to do. So I have my two papers here. Like I said, we're going to be doing both patterns, and at the end, you're going to judge which one you think is best for you. I already know which one is best for me, so I want you to be the judge for yourself. So now we're going to do the first one. You need to use your waist circumference. So in this case, I'm using a waist circumference of 32 inches, which is my waist. So note that this is number one. Now, usually when we divide for peplums, we divide by 4. We do 32 inches divided by 4 to cut out for peplums. So I'm going to do that 32 divided by 4, which is 8 inches. It means we're going to be using 8 inches for the radius of this peplum. So the length, I'm going to be using 10 inches. I'll be using a matching length for both of them so that you don't say it's because of the length. So this is style 1. This is the normal way we make our peplum. So this is like the normal method. Now over to style 2, that's the pattern 2. We're still going to use same waist circumference. You want to bring in your waist circumference 32 inches. Now, if you're doing this with an Ankara, you want to add allowances, okay? But because I'm using a lining, I'm not going to. So I just divided that 32 by 4. We had 8, which was what we had initially. Now, for the second pattern, we are going to divide that 8 inches again by 2, okay? So the radius we got, we're going to divide that by 2, which gives us 4, which is going to be the new radius. Now, we're using the same length, like I said, 10 inches for the length, and this is going to be style 2. So I'm going to use these patterns, these two explanations. I hope you understand that. So the second one, you just have to divide by 2 again, okay? Divide whatever you get your radius by 2. So we're going to start with pattern 1, which is what we know, the continuous circle for our flares. So I'll go ahead and fold my fabric into 4. You want to fold them in a way that you have close ends. So you see me folding this. I'm using a lining fabric. If you are doing this with a piece of fabric and you're going to line it, you need to add allowances where you're going to stitch. So you can add 1 inch of an allowance to it so that by the time you turn this over with your lining, it's going to look neat. So I've gone ahead to fold into 4. Now you can see that I have this closed end here, and I have this other end totally closed, and I have this other side open. So we're going to take this measurement at the closed end where we have everywhere closed. So remember that for style 1, we're using a radius of 8 inches. Now we're going to just place our tape roughly this way to get that 8 inches. So I'm going to just try to place my tape in a circle so that I can achieve 8 inches. And wherever I have that, I'm going to make a mark. So ensure that you're placing your tape well. Okay, you want to make sure that you place your tape well in order to get that 8 inches point. So and make sure that your tape is placed in a curve, in a circular curve. Now I'm going to take the measurement from the tip to that point which I just marked, and then I will mark that all round. So what I got was 3.5, and I'm marking 3.5 inches all around this to get the radius for this style one peplum. So you measure that round, make sure that you're taking the accurate measurement and take it round. So while you were if you didn't add any allowances while calculating, you can add half of an inch to this. Instead of 3.5, you use 4 inch so that you can have enough allowance to turn the edges so that it looks neat. So next we're going to take the length which we're using, which is 10 inches. So note that wherever you're placing your peplon, your length can be changed. It totally depends on where you're placing it. If you're placing it at your sleeve area, you're placing it at your waist area, you're placing it at the hem of your skirt, whatever point you're placing your peplon, you can take whatever length you desire. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we're using 10 inches. So I'm just going ahead to mark 10 inches. And after marking that, what I'll do is to connect the lines together so that I have a continuous line right there. So I'll just go in with my chalk and connect the lines together. Now, this is what we have. So this is like the normal way we usually do our peplons. We go in with the scissors and cut out. So this gives us like a continuous circle. You have no openings. By the time I finish cutting this, I'm going to open it up for you so that you see what I'm trying to say. You won't have any opening at the sides because everywhere is closed up. Okay, so this is like the continuous circle. So this is what it looks like after I finish. Now, I'm going to just open up one part because while attaching this, you need to have one part open. So I've opened that up. Now placing it down. So this is what it's supposed to be like. Okay, but then I've gone ahead to open that part, so it's no longer a continuous circle. We have an open end just at that part, and you can see the radius right there. So this is pattern one or style one of cutting peplums. This is the one we have for the initial intro video. Now we're going to move to style two. Now we're going to use the same, almost the same method. Remember that while calculating for style two, we divided the waist circumference by 4 firstly to get 8, and we went ahead to divide 8 inches by 2 to get 4. It means what we're using for this one is 8 inches, and it's 4 inches, not 8 inches like we did for the first one. So I've gone ahead to fold my fabric again into 4, just like I did for style one. So now we're going to bring in the radius, which is the second radius, which is the 8 inches divided by 2 that gives us 4. So that's what we're using for the radius of pattern 2 or style 2. So I'm going to place my tape in a rough curve just like I did earlier for the other one. So we're using 4 inches. Please take note. I'm actually emphasizing on this so that you don't make a mistake. So you're just going to place a rough curve of 4 inches just like you did for the other one. Make sure that you're placing this perfectly, and wherever you place and you get that measurement, you make a mark. Now we're going to do the same thing. Take the measurement from the top to that point. So for this one we have 2 inches. Remember the other one we have 3.5. For this one we are having 2 inches. So we're going to mark 2 inches all round. You mark it all round to get the radius. Then the next thing you're going to do is to mark the length, which is 10 inches. So we're just going ahead to mark the length all round. After marking the length, you want to join them together just like we did initially so that you have you know where you're going to cut through. So ensure that the lines you're marking that they are matching. Okay, it needs to be like the edges needs to be matching, they need to be looking neat and clean. So just go ahead to cut this out. I'm cutting out the length firstly, and then after that I'll go ahead and cut the radius. That's the waist area. This is the top part. The top part is where will be attached to wherever you want to fix it to. Now, because we divided this into two, we're going to cut two of this 4 inches radius. Now, this is one place you want to take note of. The first one, we just cut out one piece, a continuous circle of 8 inches radius. But the second one, we're going to cut out two pieces of 4 inches. Okay, so we have two, we're going to cut out like two continuous circle, but we're using 4 inches. And then if you add that 4 inches together, you're going to get 8 inches, which was what we got initially when we divided the waist circumference by 4 inches. So you want to place your fabric on top of it properly. Ensure that they are matching and ensure that the sides are matching. Go ahead and cut out the length, after which you can cut out the radius. So like I'm saying, you have to cut two for this one. Unlike the first one, we just cut out one. Okay, this gives us that better fitting or a nicer look, right? So now that we have two of this, I'm just marking the wrong side, which is very, very important. So we have two of this. Now, if you open this up, you'll see that it's smaller than what we had for the first one because they are separated. By the time we join them together, they're going to give us something wider. Now, you're going to pick one of them. You're going to split it, cut it open here. So we're going to be separating them so that we have two half circles. So you're going to separate one piece. So you see how I'm cutting this. I'm actually marking the wrong side of this fabric because it's a lining piece so that I'm not confused. So I'm going to open up this part here also so that it's going to give me two pieces. I hope you understand. Then on this other one, I'm just going to open one end. So it means that we'll be attaching the other one which we splitted into two to this part which we just splitted into one. So this is one here. Okay. So next we're going to do is to bring in this other one that we've placed. You need to pick the part that matches to the direction. Place them right side to right side. Okay, ensure to place them properly and go ahead and stitch them together by 1/2 inch, right? Make sure you're placing them right side to right side, especially if you're working with a fabric. Okay, this is a lining fabric, but please, if you're working with a fabric, ensure to place them properly and then go ahead and stitch it together by 1/2 inch. So I'll just take this to the machine and stitch it down. Now I've stitched down, and after stitching, I went ahead to open up my seams and gave it a very good press. So you see that we have this bigger than what we had before because we've joined this together. Now it is important for you to split one piece and attach it side, okay, not just attach it continuous, okay, so that gives you a better fitting. Now go ahead and use a crinoline mesh on this so that we can see how this will turn out. Using this crinoline is just that we'll see how it will turn out. So we know that this is the perfect way to cut your 360-degree peplum. So I've finished doing that. This is what the first one looks like. That's the first style, which is the orange. This is what it looks like. You can see how small the base looks, okay? While the second one is this, and you can see how wide the base looks. So I'm going to just put a side-by-side video. So this is what it looks like. You can see the difference between both of them. You can see the difference between style 1 and style 2. You see the nice look that style 2 has. It's because of the pattern of the cutting. So from now henceforth, be cutting your peplums this way, your 360-degree peplums this way, so that it comes out looking this nice. So let me know in the comment section if you know or about this cutting style already. If you're going to start cutting your fabric, your 360-degree peplum this way, let me know. And if you're yet to subscribe to the channel, do well to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. I will see you in the next one. Bye.